Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
We're back from capturing the president, no, and suggestions to say one more back no kure actual president, no, somewhat yakati omo off from having the year of the president. Inti yaka one more a better nyumwa denkwa de actually no. No way, you're the babra.
I'm from Bobra, and I'm from Bobra because we are paying. Na se omo a ese omo tu for no omo tu for pa da e begin sem no na wan hwe ya na you say e ba ne say na man, and that is it. It's not everything I want to say because I think that if you ask me, I would say the president would have done marvelously well. In fact, you take even the road sector. Look at the number of roads that have been constructed under the leadership of the president. So many roads have been constructed, so many roads have been improved upon. But as we speak, Wafa, contractors have not been paid for the last 2 years. Payment has not come in. You know one thing that sends this country into almost a state of emergency. Roads. But that's just a handful demonstration. Acquire any community. So if roads that monies were spent in working on or kind of saying paving, monies must come for them to finish. Now say they are not doing them. You are going to have a spontaneous insurrection all over the country because many can say offer you can who a contract a friend out there beside. So when you hear there are there are road constructions that are going on, but I will tell you that majority there hasn't been payment for contractors, and some of us have been asking the Minister of Finance and his cohorts at the Ministry of Finance that look at this issue as a national security issue because you don't want a situation where the people in Medina, the people in wherever Akachi, the people there at the same time demonstrating. The security apparatus of this country will be outnumbered by maybe 500-1. And so maybe the other said, we've got to, like I said, the advisors in terms of security to the president they are not doing well at all, if you ask me. Either they know what is going on and they will not tell the president that ideally it will pose a security challenge. Ideally it will pose this issue. They are not talking about it. They are not. And so sometimes if you are not very careful, we are all leaders in one way or the other. But you must step out there, and I believe in management by walking around. The president should get out of his bulletproof vehicle and sometimes interact with the people. The people he sat with and drank yogurt. What do you call it? Tampico.
No. Calipo. He should get down from his bulletproof air-conditioned vehicle, interact with the people. The people who are selling corn, the people who are selling watching, allow interactive to know firsthand. How do you feel? I think coming down to interact with them when you go, that's all corner said, Papa Eda. You will think about what they said, and then you can then go back and recollect what your people have been telling you. But unfortunately, and these days, those days, I will tell you that it is when the president travels that information even filters to the president because when he's there, he doesn't travel with everybody. And so it is possible for him to read the news and do this. But no, today, he's gone to the north. They are moving from one community to the other and commissioning roads and cutting salt for roads. Fantastic. But when you come back to base, like I'm saying, under the president, this president, if you look at how many roads infrastructure we have back or added, you can't take it away and say it is not true because I work within the sector. And so I have the evidence of what has been done. But contractors have not been paid. This is a security challenge because the more the roads get damaged, the more people will riot and people, they see young people so ball. You can't say, majority leader, Minister, Honorable Minister, Chairman Samuel.
Fortunately, the security officers who were there behaved themselves well. But if they had also decided to throw tear gas
at the people. You don't go to magazine and go and throw tear gas. They produce everything. So they could have made all the officers there. To me, they say, I am hoping that the president would begin to get down and sometimes take a walk. Stop it. Everybody stop. I want to interact with the no more kasa. I mean, we see it. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, they don't do it. And we are getting to a tipping point. I get into a tipping point. So in terms of the changes, coming back to the changes the president has done, they are also part of the what I'm talking about. They are part of. They've been part of the challenging security situation we have had. So if moving them and bringing people who are connected to Gavi probably will solve the problem. That's another thing. But we can then go into how they relate to Gavi and all that. For me, in security, I would say that, well, if you bring the guy who can do the job, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. But if you bring the guy who cannot do the job, then it matters. And we have to begin to interrogate where it's coming from.
In a crack. And they almost ever pre flag leadership. A mummy, so what was something for more. In fact, one motivation, yes, yeah, President Cronies and the cousins and the inner circle, no, or more attitude towards them. And a ginger almost say, yes, you betray a hat in Yakako pet flag leadership. You be say, is it healthy for the party? Say, Ubibeti me a true hat in so compare collaboration only because president no inner circle no ne cousins and ne cronies no esuma bia o mutimunti.
Well, I'm not a political scientist, but what I can say is that I do believe that as a Ghanaian, I'm told if you are 40 or 40 something, you'll be able to you can lead this country in terms of being president. They have the right to try and lead the NPP, but it is not very good. Internal disturbances within the political party is more dangerous than the external one. When there is an internal agitation and you don't deal with it, you heard one pastor I think in a church, the president was seated there, and I looked at the president's face when the pastor started raising issues and said, it looks like he might have brought the wrong pastor to come and preach a sermon that day. Internal challenges in every political party is more dangerous because then how do you deal with it? Dealing with it could be very explosive. And you can see when they are fighting either NDC or MPP, within us almost Adanya. You can also them. But if it's external, that one you know that okay, either MPP is attacking this or NDC is attacking this, or the other. But at the moment, the agitations you have two, I don't want to mention their names, who have alleged that the president's cronies, because of them, they want to lead this country. I don't know if that will be the only reason why they want to lead this country. I think it will be very difficult because, like President Mama once said, until you ascend to the seat of the presidency, you will not understand how these things work. And so I took a lesson out of it. I have taken a lesson out of it today, and I say that you should have a good reason why you want to lead a nation like ours. But if your only reason or one of your main reasons is because presidents, are appointed the cronies, it will be very difficult. And I know one of them actually in the PPA allegation, the man who used to be in charge of PPA. One of these persons who has made this allegation actually supported Mr. J and said Mr. J was not A, B, C, D, S, Y, Z. But there's been other adverse findings. And so mine is that sometimes if you are not very careful and you don't look at the issues in a more unbiased manner, and then you conclude by saying, oh yes, it is true. The president running or mobile, but should that only be the reason?
Utie Oha Echi Ponkno Needs FM.